Hey Kupos, what's up? Finally here today, Final Fantasy Talk, and today we're going to talk about some more Final Fantasy 15 discussion today. And today, we're going to talk about, as you see for the title, a sequel. Will a sequel happen for Final Fantasy 15? Now, I know back in probably 2 years ago, just somewhere in the conference, I think it was something around E3, probably before E3, where Square Enix kind of releases news and whatnot about just their FF games and whatnot. And basically what they were talking about, just for Final Fantasy, actually no, it was after E3, sorry, I think so anyway, and that they wanted to plan, they said, hey, we are planning to do sequels on Final Fantasy 15, like they actually did say something like that back then before, and after that, there's no more news or anything about it, no discussions or anything about it at all. They're just, the consideration of sequels are, positive, like, it could honestly happen. Now, a lot of people, don't really care about it. A lot of people do care about it. I'm one of those people. I do care about it. Now, don't get me wrong, okay? Final Fantasy 13 series, it was really good. I like Final Fantasy 13. 13-2 was better in my opinion. And Lightning Returns was alright as well. For me anyway, personally, I think the Final Fantasy Lightning Returns game was not necessary at all. I mean, it was kind of necessary because Final Fantasy 13-2 did leave on another plot hole, and it was just another made up plot hole that needed to be addressed in another game, I guess, and they did it. So, but they could have made the story where I guess things could have ended in 13-2. I just thought that the 13 series just went on too long. Even though I did enjoy every single game, I just thought that the games took way too long. And that just that the simple fact that PS3 and Xbox 360 was all about the Final Fantasy series. There was no new FF game. It was only the 13 series. Final Fantasy 14, I guess you can kind of consider, but that's the MMO online, and it's always, always PC first and whatnot. But really, we only got the 13 series for that generation of consoles. And for Final Fantasy 15, even if the story is absolutely amazing, I would prefer it being Final Fantasy 16 after Final Fantasy 15, because I just want to move on with FF. I don't want to stay to the same story all the damn time. Even though the only way that you can make me, hey, I want Final Fantasy 15 to be a sequel, is not have such a confusing storyline. Like, I like the 13 games, don't get me wrong, but when I first played Final Fantasy 13, I had no clue of nothing was explained. You had to basically play the game a couple times to basically understand what the hell was going on, and just the whole plot line and whatnot was just so damn confusing, especially after 13-2. My mind was blown, bro. I couldn't even think after the ending of that game. And then of course they said to be continued. I'm like, alright, yeah, this like, alright. If Final Fantasy 15 has a really good story and a good, addicting story to it, with a clear story as well, and not all this mix mash, like different parties, different sides, different people, different this, people are against this, but people are against that, but there's people that are against this other thing, stuff like that. I don't want, just a simple, clean, good story in Final Fantasy 15. If they have something like that, and at the end of that story, there's just that little, the little stuff in stories really do add up, and it's just that little, hint at the end of Final Fantasy 15 where you think it's over, but there's that little hint in there where it could not be over as well. Something like that, and just in general, just something like that, because Final Fantasy 13 was like that kind of as well. I mean, it was still confusing, but it seemed so happy and everything at the end, like everything was all good. And then they made 13-2 and then made everything basically into a disaster at the start of the story, and how everything just went crazy, even though the ending was good. Don't do that to a sequel. And for Final Fantasy 15, Final Fantasy 15, besides the story, the gameplay and whatnot is probably going to be bloody damn awesome. What we saw and everything, it's going to be bloody damn awesome. And I'm pretty sure they would do that for the sequel as well. But also, the simple fact as well is that Final Fantasy 15 has been developed for so many damn years, and they're putting this FF game is probably going to be the most worked on and new experience FF game we have ever gotten, you know? And why not put all that, you know, after Final Fantasy 15 does come out, why not put all that work that you put into Final Fantasy 15? Because, you know, you can't just, you know, make a great game like this and then downgrade for the next sequel or whatever. You gotta make this equal amount of quality and greatness that you made for the first game for the sequel, so you keep going and, you know, you don't let down your fans or whatnot. But why not, you know, better that quality and keep up with that quality for another Final Fantasy game? Like, it makes sense to me just to do that, you know, for Final Fantasy 15 2 or whatever. Like, don't get me wrong, either way it would be kind of cool, but at the same time I would just want to continue on with Final Fantasy 16 as that's it. So anyway, Square, don't make Final Fantasy 15 2. First off, let's just see how the game goes. That's it. Play Final Fantasy 15. Let's see how the fans react to it. Even though it looks damn great and amazing, it's probably 100% or 99% it's probably going to be damn amazing and whatever. But there's always that 1% that, you know, there could be a lot of hate for the game or whatnot, or letdown or whatnot. You know, it does happen for some games, and you just never know. So let's just wait for the game to come out, play it fully, wait a couple damn months or just a year at least, get some feedback from it, and then if people are like, yeah, this game is awesome, you know, another game would be awesome, I'm not really confused, the story was great, gameplay and everything was great, alright, maybe you can probably consider a sequel. But if not, continue on with the next FF game and just go on. So anyway, Kupos, sorry for the long little story on my part. You Kupos, let me know in the comments below what you think about this. Do you think it'd be cool if they did a 15-2, or do you just want them to just continue on, or just, you know, first try out the game and see what you think about that afterwards? So anyway, Kupos, you let me know in the comments below. And yeah, so anyway, Kupos, hope you enjoyed. I'm Final, and I'm out. See ya.